Welcome to SUAANGAN. I'm your host, Janine Blake. On today's program, we bring you part 2 of our visit with the 3 RCMP officers in Yellowknife: Corporal Wayne Norris, Constable Adolphus Norris, and Constable Colin Allen Jr.
Corporal Wayne Norris and his brother Constable Adolphus Norris serve in the Royal Canadian Mounted Police G Division at headquarters in Yellowknife, Northwest Territories.
Constable Colin Allen Jr., originally from Inuvialuit, Northwest Territories, serves in the Hay River Detachment.
On last week's program, we asked the members what made them interested in becoming RCMP officers. We'll take a look at that before we move on to their favorite duties and the challenges of their positions.
Later on in the program, Wayne, Adolphus, and Colin Jr. give advice to youth that are interested in becoming RCMP officers. But first, we'll see what made these men decide to become members of the RCMP.
I have had, I guess, somewhat lucky growing up in Inuvik. I had a close friendship with Merle Carpenter, who's also a regular member in the RCMP. His father, who I developed a fairly close relationship with, had a strong influence on myself deciding to look at the RCMP as a career. I started out, when I started looking at it, I looked at at the time was the Special Constable program, which is where I started, and I did that for just over 2 years. And then I looked at the regular member program and was promoted just after about 2 years. And I guess with that, my 2 brothers, Adolphus and Dino, I guess, both had the same right kind of influences, because they were both interested in joining the RCMP and did so.
My name is Constable Adolphus Norris. I work in Yellowknife, at the Yellowknife Detachment here in G Division. I've been here for approximately a year. I work for detachment, and I work on all kinds of investigations. General duty work, and so far it's been as I expected. You fly by the seat of your pants. There's all types of work here. You have all types of a good population segment.
I guess 2 years I was doing a summer student program with the RCMP in Inuvik, and that's what made me interested in joining the force. And after graduation, I didn't meet the requirements to become a constable, but over time there was another opportunity given for me to pass the exam, at which I did, and that's when I went to training in 1999.
We asked the members what their favorite duties are.
Well, for now, it's just the whole, you know, being a coordinator in headquarters, it's just a whole career change. It's a different, it's definitely a different place. It's a place where decisions are made in regards to the direction the RCMP is going, how we're going to continue doing policing in the north, and I find that very challenging. At first, I found it to be up in headquarters somewhat overwhelming, just to be at this level, but I've really started to enjoy it. I've been keeping really busy with different projects, and hopefully I can continue on in that role, certainly enjoying it.
The most enjoyable part, I guess, is getting the opportunity to advance my training. There's a lot of room for training. I'm a data master technician. I can currently take samples of breath from an impaired operator, and it's that was something I always wanted to do, and now that it's an achievement, and makes it interesting. The major thing, I guess, it's something different every day. It's not go to work and push paper or drive on a highway and do the same thing week after week. It's there's always something new, and that's what made it enjoyable.
When SUAANGAN returns after these messages, we'll visit more with the 3 RCMP officers of the G Division.
I'm Corporal Wayne Norris of the RCMP in Yellowknife. SUAANGAN will be back after these messages.
We're back with our visit with Colin Jr., Adolphus Norris, and Wayne Norris.
Well, the biggest challenge is to always keep an open mind. There's you know, this is a big organization. We're the national police force, and a lot of decisions are made. And sometimes, you know, it's hard to understand why those decisions are made, but to keep an open mind, to work hard, to continue on with the challenge, certainly enjoy it. It is challenging, and so far enjoying it.
Involvement, well, basically it starts off by someone calling in, requiring police assistance, and we are called in through by telephone, or while we're on patrol, we happen to be in the area where obviously we're required. So it's, but generally we get called in through our telecom operators. They're the ones that has first contact with our clients out there in Yellowknife. They take first information in regards to the complaint. Obviously the name, telephone number, the nature of the incident. That could be anything from a traffic incident to an assault incident, or it could be information for police to follow up on an investigative file.
Some of the difficult parts probably going to a domestic dispute. That's the most interesting investigation that can change in a moment. One moment you're dealing with the victim, and you have to take the offender, and it can turn on a dime because the children are involved, and that's what makes it hard as well, is the children are seeing all this.
Being a member can be very stressful. We asked Colin Jr. how he unwinds after a hard day.
Well, it depends. On night shifts, we go home, it's usually 2 o'clock in the morning, and we can't sleep, and of course everybody's sleeping in the house at 2 o'clock in the morning, so I usually relax and put the TV on and watch a show or something, and try to find Tamapta, and it's usually not on. It's usually not on at 2 o'clock in the morning, but
Here's some helpful information if you are interested in applying to become an RCMP member.
To apply for a job as a regular member with the RCMP, you must meet the following conditions: be a Canadian citizen, be of good character, be proficient in either of Canada's official languages, have a Canadian secondary school diploma or equivalent, possess a valid unrestricted Canadian driver's license, be 19 years of age at the time of engagement, be able to meet the physical, medical requirements, be willing to relocate anywhere within Canada. Applicants will be required to provide the following documents in the initial phase of the recruiting process: birth certificate, unrestricted valid driver's license, high school diploma and transcript of marks, resume, if not born in Canada, certification of Canadian citizenship, 2 recent passport-sized photos. While the following certificates are not needed to apply to the RCMP, an applicant must obtain them before being enrolled in cadet training: keyboarding typing certificate 18 words per minute with no errors, a valid standard first aid certificate from an organization approved under the Canada Occupational Safety and Health Regulations Canada Labour Code.
Obviously, you want to influence them in the right direction, and you want to influence them to what type of education they have, to at least finish their grade 12, and it becomes right from there when I have first contact. The type of character they are as a person. You can't. Things like if you have a criminal record, that does hinder you. And if you have an alcohol or drug problem, that of course will hinder you. And so you want to obviously, if you're of, put it quite bluntly, if you're of good character, that makes a big difference. If you got the education and you aspire, like it takes a lot to go through the application process and right through training. Training is not easy, and there's a special character that you, the way I see it, you have to have that special character trait to endure through the good things that comes with his job and some things that are not so good. As we deal with a lot of social problems within our policing area, and in the NWT we have a lot of it. So what I'm referring to is a lot of alcohol and drug abuse, and so it's not easy dealing with situations that you become very close to, and that if you're preparing yourself right from the get-go, right from you apply and get the application of paper on becoming a regular member, then your character traits are going to make a big difference. It's not, at times it's not easy work, but also at the same time I've been patrolling in a police vehicle and thinking to myself, wow, it's been 9.5 years, I'm still at it, and been through some tough times, learned a lot, and again, still learning. And so, the challenge never stops right from the time you come to the detachment to ask for that application, right through training and your first posting. It's a growing experience. The RCMP is an organization that changes. We always like to change for the better, and you have to change as well. Right from where you grow up, you might be experience one area of your life, but moving to a different province or a different area, even for that matter, within the Northwest Territories, new challenges, bigger place, and you have obviously more business as far as satisfying yourself. Again, the more eager you are, the more probably in the long run, the better you will be at this job. You have to have something to look forward to on your next shift, and it helps. It helps you get through those tough times, and I certainly would say that so far it's worked for me. The Yellowknife Detachment is a big change for me. It's a fast and furious year at times, but so far I'm learning, and it's been a good experience. Both working with members here and on different sections here, and the people of Yellowknife in the surrounding area.
When SUAANGAN returns after these messages, we'll visit more with the 3 RCMP officers of the G Division. We're back with our visit with Colin Jr., Adolphus Norris, and Wayne Norris.
Probably the advice I give them is to stay in school. That's the most important thing. Grade 12, minimum requirements. A lot of physical training, stay in shape. There's a lot of different challenges, a lot of different. It's so vast. There's so many different things you can do in this force that that's what makes it interesting. There's something new every day.
Education, like Colin indicated, is good. There's a lot of challenges for our youth today that I find the older I get that I never faced when I was younger. There's so many pressures today with the media pressures and all the wonderful things that are out there that people can have, but that in turn creates pressure and I think the important thing is to hang on to your dreams. If you want to become something and do something with your life, that just keep working at it and hang in there. And it's not all going to happen overnight. So.
I hope that you've listened carefully, as it's time for SUAANGAN's Question of the Week. Jeanette Stats is the Director of Finance here at the Inuvialuit Communication Society, and she has your question for you.
Your question of the week is, what does RCMP stand for?
Give us a call with your answer tomorrow between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. The answers will be drawn for Manhattan. The winner will be contacted, so we'll need your name, your phone number, and your address.
One lucky winner will receive an Inuvialuit Communication Society pin, an ICS travel mug, pen, and pencil.
The winner will receive a VHS copy of SUAANGAN's 2001 Bloopers program that was co-hosted by Roy Apana and Ipan Harry. Here's a quick preview of the show for you.
Good evening, folks. Welcome to a special edition of SUAANGAN. I'm Roy Panda, and this is my co-host Harold Harry, known as Ipan, and we're going to show you some bloopers that our people did in Inuvik to all the years that we've been here. You're going to have a good laugh. Bye.
Rosie Albert loves to sing, and here she is singing up a storm at the ICS Elders Luncheon at ICS. I'm like, you know who? Okay, just hang on, that was saying ICS too much. Rosie Albert loves to sing, and here she is at the ICS Elders Luncheon.
Oh, yeah.
International Women's Day, you're singing that?
Yeah, that's what it is. Did you ever see a robin weep? Ding there, rocky body. When leaves began to die. That means it's lost their will to live. Then couldn't cry.
If you would like to contact us, you can mail us at the Inuvialuit Communications Society, Post Office Box 1704, Inuvik, Northwest Territories. Our postal code is X0E0T0. You can phone us at area code 867-777-2320, fax us at 867-777-2744, and our email address is demupta@permafrost.com. Production assistance for this program was provided by Norterra Incorporated. That was our program for this week. Thank you for watching SUAANGAN. I'm your host, Janine Blake, and I'll see you next week.